Hello everybody. I recently over the weekend had an opportunity to take a trip to a more kind of small town environment, for lack of a better way to put it, and get out of Moscow briefly. I had a friend of mine suggest I come along to visit the Novi Jerusalem, New Jerusalem monastery, so I jumped at the opportunity. It was really cool to see the monastery, but it was also nice to get a change of perspective. I've been in the big city for a long time here in Moscow. These last few months are for me a long time, and I grew up in the country, so I'm kind of used to smaller towns and things like that. So it's kind of exciting to get out there and see somewhere new, kind of get into a more rural environment. Got to take the first train trip I've had in Russia since the last time we were here 5 years ago. That was in and of itself a little bit exciting. I was very glad just how easy and convenient it was. I did go by myself with this friend of mine, but I was also kind of scoping it out to see about bringing the kids on a future occasion, and it was really nice how super convenient. It was just metro stop, straight to the train, just go a few stops down, hop right on, right off, super easy to get around. Istra itself was a little bit more of a small town feel in the U.S. Wouldn't be quite the right way to describe it. Like it's smaller. It's not Moscow. It was really cool that you hop on the train. 45 minutes later, an hour later, you're passing through forests. You're way away from the big Moscow city. But at the same time, when you get out there, it was interesting that you still kind of have the big, tall apartment buildings, even though it still feels almost like a small town. It's definitely not quite the same type of urban sprawl you're used to in small town America. Very different feel, unique, but it was quite charming. I really enjoyed it. It was also kind of nice to see that even in the smaller town environment, which there's a good chance with having as many kids as we do, we'll end up there. It was nice to see they still had really good public transport, all these things. Place of interest here was this house. These sort of pinkish pillars were kind of the only remains of it. But there was a house here which was where famous Russian kind of literary author, playwright Anton Chekhov lived. He served some time as a doctor, and so this is apparently where he had lived while he was a doctor there. I myself, a lot of people remember him more for his plays. I myself always was a fan more of his short stories. Remember like Tolstoy, Donkey. Guy did a lot of these very short, quick stories that really pack sort of a punch, whether emotionally or in terms of his social commentary. So that was great. Here I have some good just footage of kind of just walking around, kind of just the town center. Once again, for an American, a smaller city, smaller town, it would almost seem kind of strange to have these big buildings. We're used to little towns just kind of having this sort of weird sprawl, but this is more compact. They had this great little cafe there we went to, absolutely amazing. And now back on the train, it was a very long day, but it was a great time. It was just it kind of inspired me a little bit because we are hoping at some point in a few years, once we get through the whole paperwork process and all that, to move a little bit further out. So it was kind of nice to get a little bit of a feel for that because we still have a little bit of the country in our blood, in our DNA. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bye.